Top of the morning, everyone. My name is Tshidi, and I'm back again with another topic. This topic is actually saying preparing for a job interview. What should you do to actually prepare for a job interview? All the best to the Springboks. I know they're playing this weekend. Bring back the trophy, guys. We actually need something to just lift up the spirits, and we hope that everybody will be supporting you guys as you go into this journey. Now, back to the topic about what you need to worry about when it comes to prepping for an interview. I've been getting a lot of inboxes asking me, what should I do when it comes to prepping for this job interview that I don't know of? It's very difficult to answer that because most of the time, if I don't know what the company does and what the company is going to ask you, it's extremely difficult for me to actually tell you this is what you need to do. However, there's a few quick tricks that I can share with you guys that you need to think about. Number one is know what's written on your CV. I know a lot of you guys share different templates. You give your friend a template. The friend adds their own details, forgets to remove some of the things. You get into the job interview and they ask you about, oh, I see here you like playing golf, and you start looking all shocked because you forgot to actually remove that you don't know anything about golf. So just be very careful when you're actually using these templates. The second thing that you need to worry about, once you know what's written on your CV, the next thing that you also need to worry about as well is go through the company's website. Understand what's written on the website. What do they say they do? You know, what's written on the website. Read as much as you can on the website about that company. And once that is done, the next step that you then need to also then do is to go to the LinkedIn pages. Look to all the pages that currently exist. If you have Twitter, go to that Twitter page, go to that Facebook page. Because a lot of the stuff, these social media pages are summaries of what's written on the company website. So use it to try and get a better understanding of the company and what they do. Once that is done and you think, okay, cool, I'm on the right page, you can then go into YouTube pages, go to the company's YouTube page. If it doesn't have a YouTube page, then try and find out as much information where there could have been a CEO being interviewed on one of the channels speaking about why they started the company, why the company is doing. So YouTube page is one of the best sources of information that you can actually find. So please, if you have an opportunity, go into YouTube, listen to as many videos or watch as many videos as possible about the company, what they do. They'll even sometimes tell you about the interviews, the style of interviews, what they do in those interviews, so you're properly prepared for whatever is coming your way. And once you've gone through the company's YouTube page, the next thing that you need to then do is go back to the website and identify at least 2 values that company says are their values. 2. Don't go through 10. Read those 10 values if it's got 10 values or 6 values, but identify at least 2 values that speak to who you are, the core of who you are. If it talks about integrity, be able to give an example about integrity. And then those are the 2 values that you're going to speak about in the interview. Why do you want to join us? You give the example to say, one of the things that I love about your company is that it speaks about integrity as one of the key things. And for me, this is where integrity comes in. And these are some of the times when I've been tested from an integrity point of view. So make sure that you've got an example about those 2 values that you've picked out for yourself. Not for somebody else, for yourself, to say, these are the values that actually speak to who I am. And then as a bonus, one of the other things that you need to do, because you've done as much research about the company, what they do, where they're based, where the other offices, who's the CEO, who's the CFO, some of that information is actually key. Just understanding who the CEO is, what the CEO's story is, where do they come from. You might find that the CEO actually comes from the same school that you came from. And then once that is done, then you go into the bonus part. I mean, the bonus part of this conversation is about saying, go through the job spec. What is the job spec saying? And go through YouTube and read about what the job spec is saying about that particular company, or what the job spec are saying about the job that you expected to do. Listen to YouTube videos or watch YouTube videos about that particular job spec, because sometimes you might find that your job is a client service consultant, but there's different ways in which people describe what a client service consultant is. Be prepared to understand the role that I've applied for. This is what it actually covers, and this is what it's actually speaking about. And then the other thing that you also need to then identify for yourself is, why do you want to work for that company? And it's easier to know why you want to work for the company if you've already identified what values speak to you as an individual for that company. So then you identify, why is it that I want to work for this company, and why is it that I want to be in this particular role? Once you have those answers, I promise you, you're at least halfway through whatever you need to do. Because the reality is, not enough people know about themselves, not enough people know why they've applied for the jobs, not enough people even know what the company does. So make sure that if anybody was to fault you on anything, it's just that you didn't have the right experience that they were looking for. But they should not fault you on the fact that you knew what the job was, you knew what role you were expected to do, you knew what the company does, and you knew what was expected of you. So make sure that you've got that prepared. And once again, please share this with as many people as you guys can, because I do know it's helping somebody out there. There's somebody who's going for an interview probably on Monday or even next week. So please share this, share it with all the people. I'm giving you guys all freedom. You don't even have to ask me if you should share it, because I think the idea behind what I'm doing is to try and share it as much as I can with as many people as possible. So if you have friends, if you have students, if you have colleagues, anybody that's looking for a job, please share as much as you can. Once again, top of the morning, we will be working on interviewing some of the guys in the space that we are in. We'll be looking at meeting some of the HR experts. I've got a friend already who's raised their hand, and she says, she's ready to actually be interviewed. So we will interview them, but we'll actually try and do it in a live format, because I now have LinkedIn Live. And look out for the dates coming soon, guys. And all the best. Enjoy Heritage Day, and see you guys next week. We'll share mostly just written posts in the next couple of days, but yeah, please do share. Top of the morning, Tshidi signing out. Thank you very much.